Hello, dear students. Good morning to all of you. We can start our today's geography class. On the last class, we have completed history first chapter. Okay, you can see the title of our chapter, resources. Chapter 1 from our geography is resources. Okay, what is resources? What is resources? Any object or substance that makes utility or usability is called resources. Any type of any object or things that have utility or usability, such an object we can call as resources. Example: land, water, air, iron, gold, etc. All resources have the value. All resources of the earth have the value. Anyway, some resources have economic value. All resources have the value, okay, but in economic sense, it was all resources have no economic value. Okay, in economically, only some resources are the valuable. Some other resources are not economically valuable. Okay, don't confuse. All resources have the value is there. Okay, because we can use or utilize. But some resources have economic value, but some other resources are not economic value. For example, iron, gold, etc., petroleum. These are some resources which will give economic benefit. After we digging the gold and it's making the ornaments, we can earn the income. Petroleum, iron ore, or iron items. So some have the economic benefit. Okay, then air we can't to sail or anything. So they have no economic value, but it is a valuable resource. Okay, then time and technology are two important factors that can make changes in resources. Time and technology are the two important factors. These two factors bring some changes in the resources. Over the course of time, it will make alteration or modification in resources. As well as technology also, we need to make some modification of the resources. For example, in the case of the time, the rocks leads to the formation of the soil. Rocks leads to the formation of the soil after a long years of process of the weathering and fragmentation. The rocks will turn into soil. Okay, so here the time is the main element. Time. Then in the case of technology, we can convert water into hydroelectric power with the help of the technology like turbine, generator, etc. Okay, then next we are going to discuss subtopic types of resources. Types of resources. There are generally resources are classified into three types. Generally, we can classify the resources into three types. Okay, one is natural resources. Second one is human-made resources. And third one is human resources. Okay, these are the three classification of the resources. Then first of all, we can discuss about what is natural resources. Natural resources that are drawn from the nature and used without much modification are called natural resources. The resources which drawn or originate from the nature itself, and we can use without much modification is called natural resources. For example, water, soil, air, minerals, etc. Different elements are there, or different examples are there for the natural resources. Some natural resources are the free gift of nature. We can use directly. Okay, some of the natural resources we can use directly. For example, air. We are taking the breathing for our surveillance. we using the breathing of the air. We didn't make any changes in the air. We directly receive the air from the atmosphere. So some resources we can use directly. Then water we directly use from the our nature. Then, but some other resources may be needed to tools and technology. For example, petroleum. After digging the crude oil from the earth, we use the for this purpose technology, and also we use the refineries for the purification of the crude oil. So it needs technology. So we can use some resources as a direct way without any alteration. For example, water, air, etc. But some other resources we have new technology or tools to make some modification. For example, petroleum, gold, iron ore, etc. Okay. Then the classification of the natural resources. The classification of the natural resources. We can classify the natural resources in 4 levels. Okay. By the 4 criterion we can classify natural resources. One is based on development and use. Based on the development and use. Second one is based on origin. Third one is based on stock. Fourth one is based on distribution. According to development and use, the natural resources are 2 types. One is potential resources and second one is actual resources. Okay. And according to origin of the natural resources, there are 2 types. One is abiotic resources and second one is biotic resources. Then according to stock of the resources, natural resources are 2 types. One is renewable resources and second one is non-renewable resources. And based on the distribution, natural resources are 2 types. One is ubiquitous resources and second one is localized resources. Okay. Further we will discuss each one by one on the coming classes. Now we can stop this class. Thank you for all. Good morning.